as the magazine's chief sneak peeks at their extraordinary issues beginning with Yuya, and she's intrigued by how the shots turned out. 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚛𝚒𝚐𝚑𝚝. Rala, her colleague, is sure that different organizations will make their transition to eating this up-and-coming ability. Anyway, the chief has some certainty since she is the person who made in this component article. The woman has an arrangement that will end with Yuya as a component of their organization. The next day Akatsuki and the knight lie in bed resting while Kori gets to know the pets. She is at Yuya's home as they concentrate together. Kori sees that he is battling with a specific question, so she helps by implying that the formula needed to solve the question can be found on the last page. He's intrigued that she sorted it out rapidly, so he shows appreciation. She takes a humble position as she specifies that he likewise assisted her a great deal with the works of classical Japanese and English subjects. He succeeds in the two on account of his language comprehension skill. Ori gets a flashback of how she wound up at his home in the wake of recommending they reconsider together for their impending tests. She becomes flushed, mulling over everything, and asks Yuya in the event that she can utilize his washroom. She steps out of the room, and he reviews that this is his first time having a young lady in his house. He lowers himself, expressing that he feels a bit nervous, wondering if she will want to find the restroom. To his doubts are correct, since the young lady has thought of herself as in the room that houses the way to the other world. As she ventures towards it, calls to her, which surprises her a bit. She is sorry for meandering around while searching for the restroom. However, she felt like somebody was calling her, which drove her to the room. Yuya is a bit reluctant to come clean with her from the outset. However, he does what needs to be done and illuminates her that that entryway prompts a different universe. Kaori is somewhat puzzled at first till he requests that she put her hand close the entryway, which permits her to feel the boundary. He illuminates to her that the entryway just permits those you had assigned to go through. The further makes sense of that this world isn't on the planet yet. It has enchantment and exhibits by projecting a water spell, which astonishes her. The person is incredibly impending, revealing that he acquired a lot of capacities that are unthinkable on Earth. He admits that it is thanks to those abilities that empowered him to beat the reprobates that came to their school, and likewise assisted him with saving the young ladies when the retail chain fire broke out. He saw that she's interested, so offers his hand while inquiring as to whether she might want to see the other world. The two stroll in, clasping hands. She is flabbergasted by the magnificence of this new world. Furthermore, she is persuaded by his story as she analyzes the unfamiliar plants. Yuya carries on uncovering every one of his insider facts, as he has been given a reality serum when he uncovers that he met Knight and Akatsuki is in Dreamland and tells her their species. Akatsuki gets a bit upset when he looks at him as a pig. He rapidly overlooks it and runs off the point when he lost a lot of weight, gained muscle, and had such a radical change in his appearance. He feels like he has been swindling this time, as he's not normally the sort of individual that they would acknowledge. Kori Sparkle has passed his humility and illuminates him that she might want to see a greater amount of this new world. There are beasts in the woods. He makes sense of that. The house is safeguarded by an obstruction that follows the wall. Anything past that is perilous. He cautions her that perhaps he will take as much time as necessary, so she makes him a special vow. He grins, also seals the commitment as their fingers interlock. The two of them start to become flushed as he begs her not to fill anybody in about what she has seen. She gets a bit energized at the prospect that they now have a mystery that is selective between both of them. She accepts it, as that implies they have an exceptional relationship. Presently Yuya stops the excursion as they need to make a beeline for their reality to study, overjoyed that she has developed nearer to Yuya. In the meantime, the capital Lexia returns and reports her appearance to her dad. The Lord asks Owen of Yuya if he should accompany them. The top of the princess security apologizes as he makes sense of that year's plan had changed due to different circumstances. The Lord sees Luna and inquires as to whether she has a say in these unanticipated occasions. Luna intensely admits to the ruler that his suspicions are right, as she attempted to kill Lexia. This postponed everything so Yuya couldn't come. The fact that she's being is made Owen dazed, impending to the ruler, and the ruler is astounded that she's as yet alive after her dom bed. endeavor, so he chooses to set up the death of the one who employed her. The ruler shows incredible power as he runs in a moment prepared to cut her. Yet he halted abruptly. The fact that she saw made the ruler amazed by his blade's extraordinary attribute. She saw that it can undoubtedly slice through anything which attempts to stop it. To that end she rather stops the Lord's arms. Rather than 𝚤𝚙𝚎 hindering her gatekeeper, she inquires as to whether he has little to no faith in her judgment. Hearing these words makes him step down quickly as he formally acknowledges her as one of 𝚤𝚙𝚎's gatekeepers. He argues for her to safeguard his girl before mentioning she fixes her strings. He later has a confidential gathering with Owen where he uncovers that meeting his little girl's disappointment struck him profoundly. He moves on and addresses the way that Lena is by all accounts exceptionally talented. The knight reveals that she is a professional killer. Ruler is intrigued to know how this connects with Yuya, who lives in the most obscure locale. The ruler starts to get angry that the little girl went to a man's home. Since they didn't return that very day, it implies that she went through that evening there. The ruler quickly trim his seat out of outrage. He recognizes that Yuya saved 𝚤𝚙𝚎, yet this offense calls for him to take care of his exceptional edge. The curler gets invigorated by the idea. As he licks his sword, Owen attempts to be the voice of reason, guaranteeing him that nothing happened. This mainly makes the old folk angrier. So Owen moves toward the side as the Lord takes his dissatisfaction out on the furniture in the room, creating an uproar. The concealed miscreant gets a report that the talent scout fizzled her central goal because of somebody that lives in the haziest locales. He is likewise educated that the professional killer turned into 𝚤𝚙𝚎's watchman.